It's the healer. So we can no one got damaged, did they?
That far.
From here?
No, like back.
Well, no one can get there. No one can get to me. You can't like cross over enemy blocks.
I say stay behind that line.
Shit, what should I do?
Kill that Google.
This Google?
The Google Goo.
But then I'm open to the enemy attack.
Oh
no, I'm not past the line.
But isn't he? Doesn't he do diagonally? No, he doesn't.
Diagonally? No. Push kill.
Yeah. See, Goobin.
Dumb man.
Goobin is defeated. Uh-oh, Bumlick gains
Bumlick
25
gains
experience points. 12 points.
Yeah!
Level 2.
Tackle one. Tackle one.
Speedbow. Your ability to lick poop out of bums has been increased. I wouldn't go. You're gonna get a kill.
I will. On a good one.
A fucking large motherfucker.
I think he's gonna mess.
Yeah, he's gonna come out.
If they do 5, if they both attack me,
I would just keep pushing up the line. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I could just keep her back here.
Yeah, keep her next to. What's his original name? Flynn or Bumlick?
Flynn.
Flynn?
Bumlick, yeah. Oh no! Oh shit! I fucked up. I fucked up big time. That was really dumb.
I'm sure it's fine.
Hopefully she doesn't die. There we go.
You should have gotten him on the rocks.
It wouldn't have hit. That's too
shaking, not scared.
Strike up. Regional manager.
Oh, you're fucked. You
It's just 5 damage. No one else can. Oh no, she has shitty defense. No. Oh god.
The Gooblins.
Thank god. Come on, Hans. You can take this hit.
You think that the
wow, that was awesome.
the archer would have terrible damage, terrible defense?
I would think so too.
I say get rid of that Buffalo Bill right there.
Dark, the Dark Man.
Yeah.
That didn't sound so. The Dark Man.
Yeah.
Dark Dwarf. I didn't know.
I don't know
what it
who
was.
you're averting, but
The Dark Dwarf.
who you're assaulting.
I obviously meant the Dark.
Yeah, but
Dwarf.
usually a Dark Man usually needs the devil.
Yeah.
Usually.
Usually per usual.
Once in a while, some of the time.
Eventually.
When I feel like it. Only on Tuesdays.
I can't think of anything else.
Tuesdays.
Tuesday surprise.
Healing scenario.
Nice.
Cutscene.
Wow.
Woo!
Look at that sprite.
Navi.
Look at that sprite. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
Like Sierra Mist sprite or?
Oh my god.
I know what you're getting at.
I see you made a funny. Oh, fuck. Come on, Ken.
Come on, you and that voluptuous butt.
I thought that booty would do more damage than that.
Booty clapping.
We're good.
Woo!
What a shitty goblin.
We got this. You're on TinyArcade. We got this.
Okay.
Maybe we can bring out the point whore again. I don't know. No, that's
Not
more.
really
That's more. Yeah, that's more of like an arcade game.
Gaining any points really? Well, I guess so. XP points, but not like. It's not like I'm trying to get points. You know what I'm saying?
Watch out for that. Yeah, get him.
Should I kill
He's
this
peeking.
guy?
Peeking around.
Peeking around, sticking around.
Show him what it's like. He's peeking under the bush.
Oh, fuck it. Hans.
Go
Hans!
All of his little brothers. Yay, Hans! Yay!
You gonna get into life? In that level?
Van Blusen!
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he said.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh. The general manager.
No! I just imagine like a little red tie on his like chest plate.
And it says, "Hi, I'm Terry," and you're
Yeah,
like,
like a little,
no!
a little like fucking.
He comes to
maybe.
check up on you to make sure you're doing your hourly early duty.
420 blaze it. I'm not gonna do it.
Blaze!
Damn. I hope he doesn't.
She does a lot of damage, but fucking gets rocked.
Maybe I can kill it.
She is the only girl on the team.
Oh shit. Maybe I can actually kill him.
Yeah, try it.
Maybe it'll win.
Maybe he's your butt lick. Maybe that's their butt lick, and once you kill him,
oh come on.
you win.
2 fucking damage.
I doubt it though.
Hope so. Shit.
Uh-oh.
It's 5. It should be 5 damage. Right? Yeah. Yep. I really hope.
He swipes again. You're like, fuck.
I'm like going all in. Putting all my coins and
yeah, do it.
All my chips on red. On his red tie. Yeah!
I will be avenged!
Brother!
I make $14.50 an hour as a general manager!
Oh, it was. Nice. Didn't lose anybody? Feeling really good about this? Feeling really good.
Good, I did not expect that.
Victor spoke truly. We must return. Oh, what was his voice? He was like the
You're not letting us read.
I'm sorry.
You're like getting a little cap.
I'm just excited. We beat the first guy, and it was great. Do I just exit or what?
And it didn't take so long either.
No. Why would you think that? Search. Nope. Why did it just like leave me on the screen to freely roam?
Oh, you can't go through the door?
No. Do I just leave?
Yeah, I think.
Go back homes?
Go back to party with the party people.
Here we go. The earthquake. What? Block the road.
That was what you were supposed to read.
Oops. But there wasn't any like cinematic.
I feel like he has a voice with those like.
They're more regional managers
on the back of his head.
Yeah. No one enters.
What's going on, everyone? I'm hoping my mic is a little bit better than it has been. It's been super muffled. Doesn't help that I'm always sounding like I'm super tired. Probably doesn't help that I'm speaking over Daphne right now. Let me pause that. Oh, you don't need to see that. Minimize that. One thing I gotta do is stop that from making so much noise. Open up File Explorer so you can see that. And I would like to get caffeine going. Huh. Wait, what? Is that just coincidence? That is just coincidence. Okay. Let me get this going. And so I should now be live on caffeine as well. Hello everyone on caffeine. I still don't really understand caffeine, but we're gonna fucking, I don't know, we're on caffeine as well. So recently I'm hoping that the mic the mic's a little loud, but I'll just kind of keep my distance from it because I'd rather it be picking up. Actually, let me turn that off. Hopefully that's not so much background noise now. Okay, so that should be a little bit better in terms of audio from the mic. The last couple of streams I noticed that I wasn't very loud. Okay, I can put my headphones away. I'm just gonna go for gold. So recently I figured out how to get, or I don't know, I think it was shout out to ETA Prime. I feel like that's where this stemmed from. He has a YouTube video of his build. He, in September, I guess, built a PC specifically for emulation. I don't know why. I mean, I guess if you have the time and the money, why not? But for me, if you're gonna be building a PC, why not make it do a bunch of different things? But, you know, emulation doesn't really keep. Maybe if his family uses it, I guess, on a daily basis, then he doesn't have to give up his work machine. But I don't know, sharing is caring, right? So in his YouTube video, he covered how well, I mean, I guess I can let me make sure I'm going to the right one. Oh yeah, I'll have that one. close that. What the fuck is it called? Xbox CXBX. So if you go to, where was it? I don't think it was this website. No, it wasn't that website. That might be their website, but that's not where I went. This? They had like a wiki page. Might have not been them, but this thing? Game Tech Wiki? Yeah, this. Okay, so basically, from my understanding, is CXBX Reloaded was their forked or split project from DXBX. And this whole Reloaded is them revamping it, I guess. But long story short, I think it's 64-bit now. Yeah, added 64-bit. It's now on GitHub. It's just like a totally redone project. August 18 is, I'm assuming, what that is. I don't know. Maybe it's coincidental that I jumped on this when they just released it. But pretty much it's good to go. I was telling Nick about it. It's pretty much just, you got your series of ROMs. You got your, it's under content, I believe. No, it's under media. Nope. It's under system, data. No. What am I looking for? It's your XBE, but it is under, hold on. What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's just default.xbe. That's what it is. So you go to this, and default XBE lets you know that you're about to start that game, and you start it. It's pretty straightforward. It takes a hot sec, I believe. I got Far Cry going, but I don't remember if it was this emulation or if it was something else. Yeah, there it is. It took, you know, a couple seconds, not too long. It is an Xbox game. Whoa, now. So I don't know what that's about. But just for the sake of emulations, stop, open. I don't know if it has to do with a known issue in that particular game. But Far Cry didn't seem to have any issues. I didn't play the game, so I don't know if it caches all this, because this loaded up pretty quickly this time, so I don't know if it's caching all of this information. But as you can see, it's, you know, pretty straightforward. Chimps in the jungle, you know. Whoever came up with that idea is some like superhuman, super strength fiend in the woods, in the goddamn jungle, going haywire against drug lords and shit with the powers of the chimps and the stuff. Anyway, so my idea is trying to go through the steps of trying to get Xbox going on HyperSpin. So let's see if I could find my mouse. I'll leave that up just for the sake of, you know, something going in the background. But so modules, I doubt I have anything like this. Xbox, nothing. If I look up rocket launch, Microsoft, nothing. Xbox, nothing. So next thing I was gonna do was Microsoft Xbox HyperSpin module. So it's been conceptualized since 2016, even 360. Holy shit. Has anyone been able to run CXBX Reloaded as administrator in HyperSpin? Reason I ask is although I can run it okay in Windows 10, if I do not set HyperSpin to run as admin, many other systems then do not work, game loader, etc., without setting each game to run as blah blah. So here's his. They are using 7-zip for some reason. I have the same problem. Change the module. Oh, so rocket launch. That should be CXBX. CXBX. Let's see what this is saying. I just want to see something really quick. Oh. I'll do that later. CXBX, it is saying start module, fade and start. We don't really need any of that. So it's doing 7-zip again. We don't really need 7-zip, I don't believe, because I have them unzipped. I don't have a lot of them unzipped, but I can have them unzipped. If full screen, true, and current. Fade and exit. I don't really think any of this is necessary. I kind of wanna let's start this smaller. Let's go to what do I want to do? Let's get an example, I guess. I'm trying to think of the most simple. Let's look at the most simple. That's probably as simple as you're gonna get it for an auto hotkey in HyperSpin. So let's copy that. Call it Microsoft Xbox. Just keep consistent with the manufacturer. No, that's not what I want. New. Xbox. Edit. Did I copy? Oh, I just copied that. Get rid of the comment. Okay, so save that. Get rid of that. Let me just make sure that's how it is. For an example, we've done Sega Dreamcast. Just the name of the system. Okay. So now we go to, there's only the 3 main tiers, I guess you could say. Let me get this the fuck out of the way. I just want to make sure my mic is always at bay. So you got your settings modules and databases, which is the main way it's gonna start. Without the database, it doesn't know what it's supposed to be looking for any sort of list. Without the module, it won't run HK to start any of the executable, like the emulator, the ROM name, and so on. Without the settings, it won't know where those actual applications are. So let's see, we'll take we'll just keep copying Nintendo 64, Microsoft, Xbox. I mean, I guess I could edit up here if you can see it. Let's go to arcade, emulators, Xbox. Before we do that, let's just name this. Keep it clean. A lot of this needs to be cleaned up. Then I put 2 spaces. Yep. CBX reloaded. End the path. Let's get the name while we're here. And then arcade, ROMs, Microsoft. I should find whatever. I'll do that all later. I want to put it in a folder called Microsoft if we're gonna be going down the path of finding out emulation for other systems. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. Okay, so that looks good. And then it's, what is it? Oh, that's probably why it uses 7-zip, because they're in folders. But this allows you to search subfolders, is true. And it's, maybe because it's default.exe. I mean, no, not, it's default.xbe. And it, yeah, that's why it's using 7-zip. Well, let's not get carried away. Let's just do XBE. Okay. So that takes care of the settings. We're going to be changing that back to zip. But for right now, just for testing purposes, we're going to do that. We have our emulator path, ROM path. Everything else should be fine. It's kind of particular to other things that we're not really concerned with. AHK should be fine for right now. Go to... No, what's necessary? Databases. So 2 places. Main menu. To add it to the wheel of the main menu. So I guess after Sega, where do we want to put this? No, after Sony probably. Microsoft, Xbox, oops. Okay, and then make a new folder, Microsoft Xbox. What am I gonna do about the list? There's one other place I knew that I found that I had game lists. I just had unaccounted for game lists. No, it doesn't matter, because I'm kind of jumping the gun anyway. At MSX2. Okay. I'm jumping the gun because we just want to... I will take... databases. I will take the one we have for Wii U, because that is... There's really nothing going on with that one. It's only the... I think I only have Legend of Zelda just for testing. So, databases... Microsoft... Xbox. And we will say it's default. And we will say Far Cry. Oh, we gotta fix that. That's what we gotta do. We have to go back to our settings. Oops, probably already open, and make this what do I want to do? I'm trying to think. I'm being told to eat ass in my stream, and I'm a little upset. So I'm getting pulled away from the eat ass comment from a Johnny Fitz. He sounds like a big jerk that nobody should ever hang out with or give him any retribution. Anyway, so let me see. That's what I want to do. Before I was dragged away from the eat ass comment. Xbox. I will put the path there instead. And theoretically, he needs to get out of the way. Oh, I need to either go... I believe I can go in and then go back out. And then we should have our... Yeah, Microsoft, Xbox. Go in there. We have one... Wow. Well, the issue probably is that I have it open. Make sure your path contains a backslash on the end, so... Hold on, I need to do something really quick. Oh well. I have no idea what Nightcaster is, to be honest. Okay. So the paths are incorrect. I lost my mouse. What is Nightcaster? That does not sound familiar to me. Is it the one that has like a guy on the front of it that looks like Vin Diesel? Or that Shadowcaster? Are you mixing up your names in there? Nightcaster. Oh, no idea. I've seen the cover art. I've never played it though. As it fucking refuses to load. Or is it just that pixelated? You'd think it wouldn't be that pixelated being the reference image for the game. Anyway, you're distracting me. Let's see. Okay, so it's referring that the backslash is wrong, so we go back to the settings, wherever that might be. No, it's ended. Oops. So why? Let's get rid of that. It is finished, so make sure your paths contain a backslash on the end. They do. Does it not like the hyphen? Let me just get rid of all of that. Far Cry Instincts. Fuck, I can't spell. Evolution. Cool. Xbox. Maybe I have to go out first. Make sure your pass contains backslash on the end. What is that in reference to? Is it my AHK that's throwing it off? ROM path, ROM name, ROM extension, ROM path hide, or emu path hide. Some RPG that introduced mage magic, and a whole skill tree set. You can choose between magic to upgrade you to the storyline. It's pretty well written if you're into fantasy. I think the only fantasy game that I got into like that was Fable. Do you remember Fable? That was fucking rad as shit. Those English developers with all their sexual references and whatnot. That was like the first idea the first concept of RPG where you can, I mean, they didn't start to develop that until later, where you could do bad things and have different outcomes. And then Nick was showing me the original concept to Dark Souls. That was on, fuck, what system was he showing me that it was on? I'm a Twada. Twatter? But there's like the original concept of Dark Souls that's on one of the original systems, and I guess it's like really early RPG, kind of like Elder Scrolls. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Elder Scrolls with the what did they have? Or the Fallout games, the original Fallout games. Anyway, fuck, I don't. What is it doing? Make sure your path contains a backslash on the end. Let me close this. Arcade. Settings. I'll open it with, no, oops, fuck, oh, fuck that all up. I meant to do this one. Bada bum bum. Oh, is it that? I don't believe it's that. I wasn't really paying attention. Pick any of them. No. Huh. It's not pulling from a different... Okay, so Microsoft Xbox. It sees Far Cry based off the XML file. Main menu. No. Fuck. Game name. So it's there. Module settings, which is already open. Make sure your path contains a backslash on the end. Path. I fucked up something, but I'm not really sure where. Because that's for sure. Let me just put it back in. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's right there. I should have recognized it. It's looking for, it's just start. I need to put emulation path or whatever the fuck it is. Okay. So let's just make sure. Settings. Anything at all. It should be path. That's why. Because it's not seeing path anymore. It's seeing nothing at all. Equals. Okay. So, I don't know if you hear the audio. It started. But where the fuck is it? I don't see it as a process. I don't see it. Well, you guys can't see it. But I don't see it. It started it. But for some reason it's not bringing it to my screen. So why? It's running the executable, which is just the CXBX, and it's grabbing the ROM path, ROM name, and it's hiding. It shouldn't be hide desktop. Process wait close. Let me look at what I did for Wii U. Oh, we're not on the right. Any modules? Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't pause it on caffeine either, but it started pouring, and I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't pouring in my room, in my bedroom. I don't know, I wasn't expecting it to rain. If you're still on the stream, Johnny, were you expecting it to rain as much as it is right now? Do you even notice? Did you move your table in and shit? Is that all done? Can you hear me? Anyway, so if he's not there, I'll keep going. So we want to take from the module of Wii U and see what I did for that. And we don't need the F and G, so let me see if it's as simple as get rid of that. Make sure that CXBX isn't still running, and try and load Far Cry. Okay, so let me. So it's starting the application like it should, and it's starting the game. I'm curious to see what if -F stands for full screen. I mean, I could Google that. Could not open XP file F. So the executable -F is appended before the string of ROM path. So when it goes to open up the file, it's going to run. Could not open the XP file F. So what it? Oh no. Okay, goodbye. I guess you're gonna just close on me. How can I? Okay. No, fuck. Okay. What was I gonna do? I was gonna go back to this, and let's see. Let's take a look at anything that has to do with CXBX. And let's see settings, view emulations. So settings, config video. Yeah, I don't know, I guess that's it. So if I try Far Cry, oh, I need to get rid of that -F. That's, oh, whoa, why is it doing that? So settings, config video, automatic default. That's video resolution. So, not entirely sure why and the audio cut out too. Oh, that's because I clicked out of the window. Let's see. I don't see anything about I don't see anything about full screen. Okay, well, I guess that's the least of our concerns. Now, being that we've gotten auto hotkey to open up the application and and the ROM itself. Now is, I guess, the troubling part, figuring out how it handles 7-zip, which I don't believe is on this PC. Launchbox does. So Launchbox has a 7-zip. So if I took that folder and I'm going to put it in. Oh, 7-zip's already in here. Okay, so that should take care of it. So modules, rocket launch modules, CX, BX, take this, go back to Microsoft, Xbox, old, paste that. Okay. So nope, that's not what I want. I was a little nervous for a second. I thought that fucked everything up. It did, however, fuck up. Did, however, fuck up the emulation. Johnny's sending me pictures of something. I don't know what I'm looking at, Johnny. What, that you're still here? And you're showing me that you're enjoying my stream? Unless you sent that a while ago before you jumped in the chat. And I'm just getting it now. I don't know. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know what happened to that, being that I accidentally opened that as administrator. Okay, so let's see what this is doing. I hope that's not the one I want. Oh, I gotta close this one first. No. Okay. So this is all fucked up. So this handles the full screen, it looks. Oops. For fuck's sake. Full screen there. Okay, so it's start module, fade in, start, settings file equals module path, module name dot ini. Why is it referencing full screen ini? Read check settings file. So this variable is setting the path to find module path. What is that? Equals module path. What is that? I don't understand what the what module path says. What's going on? Tuca G plus official. That is an official name if I have ever heard one. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. And then this is all fucked up. I don't know if that's a Notepad++ thing or what. That it sees the break as some null value. Default.xbe. So that's handling the default within the zip. So that's good. So I feel like we need this. So let's try and let's just save that. Let's move our path over. ROMs. No, just Xbox. And so it's going to be based off of those names. So originally I pointed out that it's probably handling, oh, these are zip though. I'm hoping that doesn't matter. Let's see if that matters. .ini is what it's concerned with for that. 7-zip ROM path, ROM name, ROM extension, 7-zip extract path. So I think the only part that is concerned with, well, actually, I have a Brazilian channel, a geography called Geography Plus. Also, if I'm wrong in mine English, I'm sorry. Geography is spelled with a PH. If not that I'm nitpicking, it doesn't really matter to me. You can spell it the way you want. No, your English was fine. And you would say my English instead of mine English. But the funny part is I might speak English pretty well. Grammatically, I don't remember why it should be my versus mine. You kind of just learn the language and it becomes more just everyday speech instead of understanding theoretically why you speak the way you do. Let's see. So I could I have to put it back. Oh, let's grab this path, which I probably already did. Go back to settings is probably already up here. And make it this. So we were just testing to see if we can get Far Cry to open. And now we're going to try and test whether or not 7-zip will handle these files. Oh, and this should be RAR. And that's, I think, because the AHK is handling 7-zip to unzip these these zip folders, and I don't think it cares about the extension except for when the settings file is concerned with the extension. And I believe I should probably open up more than one file explorer because I keep panning away and it's taking up time, but they are .rar instead of well, some of them are .7-zip, which we should just fix, but for the sake of Far Cry, that's a good point. I don't even have it zipped, fuck. Oh, what's in there? Let's just zip this up. It's kind of coding. It's kind of like a cheating way of doing it. If you're interested, I can kind of explain it to you. It's so auto hotkey is just a program specifically used for Windows to kind of map out what you want your system to do. So it can be anything from like, I want to, if it would open, oops, I guess it won't open for me. It's just a scripting language. I guess it is kind of coding. I don't know if there's a difference between coding and scripting. But it's more of a scripting language where you're telling by, functions or by, setting variables to handle certain instances or reference certain things on the system, on your your Windows system, like look for this service to do, you know, once that service is doing something, then open this, or so on and so forth. It's more of like a command line. It's like kind of like a dummy PowerShell. I don't even know. It's like you're just rewrite it. You're having certain things do, like you can even do mouse clicks. You can say like, if I click and then click and then click, have the volume open, or if I scroll, I don't know, like there's a whole library of there's a whole library of things you can have. I mean, this kind of explains it. Like, it's just you're telling your computer to do something based off of certain things. So like, for instance, wait a few seconds after, once the clipboard contains data, wait a few seconds and then do something, kind of like that. But so HyperSpin, or there's a lot of when it comes to emulation, a lot of people like front ends like HyperSpin or Launchbox, and they use auto hotkey as a jumping off point for how the PC handles certain actions. And then there's a lot of markup language with XML, just to reference where, you know, where the name of this is the name of the ROM, and these are the names of the systems, and then there's also the ini file that's referencing each kind of configuration for HyperSpin and its system that it's to open. I don't know if that summed it up pretty well. And HyperSpin is free if you want to go jump on there. I think you just need to make an account. Before, you didn't even need to make an account. HyperSpin's free if you want to dabble in it. The reason I'm working with HyperSpin is a lot of people, there's just a large community for it compared to the newer ones, and the newer ones are pretty much, if you look at the spine of HyperSpin, they're pretty much the same thing. So let's get back into what we were doing. I wanted to know, so we were gonna zip up Far Cry Evolution because we know it works. Shit, that's taking longer than I anticipated. Wasn't expecting it to take that long. Okay, I guess. Well, that puts me at a standstill. The other thing, there's two other things I wanted to do. That, and I got Sega Naomi going. So let's take a look at that. While that's doing that. So we got emulators, Sega Naomi, and we were using null, I believe. I don't even remember what I was doing today. As the mule. And run Naomi. I just want to make sure everything's all set. Got this going. Over at, yeah, this one takes a while to boot up. Over at, if you look up Sega, no, this is not the right emulator. ROM list. If you look up Sega Naomi ROM list, it's this. No. MAME ROM list. So the issue with MAME was it? So when it comes to Naomi, which for some reason this is not going to work. Let me close this. I don't think this is the correct emulator that I was playing around with earlier. Let me get that going, and I'll, before I finish my thought, emulators, Sega, Naomi. Yeah, this is the newest one that I grabbed from their website for Demule. I don't even know where it went. Oh, here it is. Throw it up there. Okay, so Naomi, I think it was this one. Okay, so this is it booting up. It should show us the BIOS. And it should start the game. In the event that it doesn't, in your ROMs, it's originally looking for the path ROMs. You can add more than one path. In the case of us, we're running this zip. I didn't know that, and I was trying to find the ROM itself. There's so many different files, and I believe they're just, audio input. It might be several things. I don't even think you can really look at them. I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, so they're like encrypted files, and I'm not sure what they do, but you need all of them. They're child files that are probably being referred to. There's multiple, what do you want to, how do you say it? What would be the, not translation, but there's, the North American version, there's the Asian, or there's European, there's different regions. Yeah, I guess that would be the region codes. And then there's different like renditions. But it needs this, and the thing I figured out is that, and I'm sure it's not new to a lot of people, but MAME is all of these systems. Final Burn Alpha is another project that people have been working on to make another MAME. MES is another version, but for like 8 and 16-bit games. But what I realize is that I wasn't able to find the zip anywhere, the actual, what I was referring to earlier, where I wasn't able to find like this zip alone. So I had to, it was like 62 gigs ripped from Arcade Punks or something like that. I was trying to find the example to show you. I don't know. No. Punks? Arcade Punks? So under here there's merged set 201. That's the newest one they got. 62 gigs, and it has Naomi in it. So if you need, it's kind of, if you haven't downloaded anything and you're interested, that's definitely somewhere that you can go, is this arcadepunks.com. Anyway, so there's Naomi going, there's the mule going. One thing that I'd like to get done is the mule running as well. So Far Cry's done, right? Evolution, Far Cry Evolution. And that's what we named it in. I don't have it open. Under mod, no, databases. What am I doing? Databases, and then Microsoft, Xbox. We only have Far Cry. We need to name it. What do we name it? We need to name, just to get this one going, just to try it with 7-zip. It needs to be Far Cry Evolution. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so what's going on? Call to non-existent function, start module. So it already doesn't like that first. Where are we here? So it already doesn't like this. Non-existent function. Well, I'm not sure because it seems like it needs it when it's start module. I guess it never does reference it, right? Like, I don't see the point of start module now that I look at it. So let's just take that out for a second. Oops, I gotta close. Gotta get rid of that error. Call that non-existent function. Any read check. Full screen. Let's get rid of that stuff. And try and just work with 7-zip. Get rid of the full screen stuff. HK class. Win weight active. Let's put that back in. Let's try that. It doesn't even like that. Okay. So let's back up here. I'm not sure because the thing that's kind of complicated is rocket launcher is mocking up the works in terms of this being simple. Modules. Well, let's look at MAME for a second, because it doesn't need to be concerned with unzipping them. Run, hide, exe, PID. No need to edit MAME any and set your ROM folder. Module sends the ROM path for you. Okay. Let's see if it handles the zip file the same way that Xbox would. Target label does not exist. Yeah, because I got rid of all that stuff. So let's go out and come back in. Oops, did I just close it? Wait a second. Something started. Let's get rid of that. Let's close the mule. It's being annoying. And, I'm trying to think. If it was open, it'd be on DXMX or whatever the hell it's called. Let's get rid of. Oops. Target label does not exist. I'm going to put the most simple script in and see if that changes anything. Invalid magic number in CBE file. Magic number. Nope, you can't see that. Nope, I can't move it. Alright, invalid magic number in CBE file. Don't know what that means. The other thing is that MAME is naturally handling those zip files. I don't think CXBX does. Okay, so back to the drawing board. Oops, get rid of that. This emu is only known to play these games. Turok, blah blah blah. Battlecry whacked. The emu does not run ISO directly, it runs the default .xbe found inside. You must extract the ISO using an app like XISO or WX360. You need to verify this on a 32-bit OS. CXBX does not support 64-bit OSs. You'll need to get an error, unable to start correctly. So they updated that obviously because we've seen that we're able to run in 64-bit. So that's not the case. That just seems outdated at this point. Let me see if I can find anything else. Xbox HyperSpin module. What was this, 2017? Here is one for CX based off the official module for CXBX. Same thing that I have in front of me. At least it looks pretty identical. Yeah, I don't know what the ISD is. That's a little out of my realm when it comes to rocket launcher. let's look, because I'm kind of working off of what I already know, which is kind of becoming more limiting as I go on. But what I'm hoping is that I only need to do a couple things. I only need to unzip or work with zip files and run a particular file in the emulator, and that's it. I don't need to do anything crazy. I'm trying to think of what else handles zip files. I don't know. I don't think anything really. Huh. Because this handles other things. Do not touch if you don't know what you're doing. Huh. Okay, well, let me go back. Okay. It's calling that method, that function. But when is it? Let me get rid of all this stuff up here. I don't need that. We don't need his looming information. I don't think it knows. I don't think AHK knows how to handle this. Shouldn't it be in parentheses or quotation marks? Let's go back to what this guy says. No, that's what he has. What is this? ISD. In files, module name required false. Module. Name settings required equals false. So what's the point of having module name and then settings and making them false to need? Okay. So run executable. It's fault XPE. I don't see how those are referenced. Start module. Let's see. So if you're using Rocket Launcher, the easiest and more convenient way is to insert the script text inside the AHK script for your emulator. Let's take an example, MAME. Open the modules folder, copy the MAME folder to the desktop and rename it to, let's say, MAME Flight. Rename the following files to MAME Flight, keeping the respective extensions, MAME ISD, MAME AHK, MAME CFG. This one only if it exists. Remove the MAMEFlight.ahk. Blah blah blah. Insert script before start module line. Save the file and put MAME Flight folder back in the modules folder. Start Rocket Launcher UI. Select MAME in the left column in the emulators tab. Add a new MU and name. MAME Flight with the same parameters like the MAME MU added before. On the Games tab, click on alternate emulators and add the game of the game or games that will use particular controller, blah blah blah. Still doesn't really explain. He's just like saying do this, do that. He's not suggesting what it actually does. When launching ROM in Rocket Launcher, I get an error stating I need to check the version of emulator versus my AHK. When I looked, it says my name is there's a different solution. There's no need to update the module. It works fine with that version. If you're seeing that error, it probably means it is crashing due to incorrect settings or bad missing ROM files. Oh. Okay. Well, it's referencing rocket launch files that I don't have, which sucks. So let's get rid of that. Call the non-existent function. Full screen equals true. If full screen is not equal to true and current full screen equals true, write full screen equals true. Else if. We're just gonna get rid of full screen for now until we can figure other things out. Oops. But the rest is probably necessary. Oops, I need to close this. No, it's not seeing the change. Oh, it's up top. We can get rid of stop. No, it's not necessary. Full screen equals that. Get rid of that for a second. Oops. Okay. Call the non-existent function. Run executable. Fault. Call to non-existent function. What is non-existent? that those are formatted. Exit run, exit. So executable, I'm assuming, is not being called because process wait executable. That's not ever being referenced. So is that where the start mod? I'm removing start module, so does it have no idea what executable is? Let's put I feel like these are constants for rocket launch that I'm not aware of. The leftmost character above is legal in an expression. Default.xbe. Why? The leftmost character is leftmost character, so it doesn't like that. It doesn't. Leftmost would be the backslash. Why doesn't it like that? Can I just get rid of it and there's. Okay, now what? Back to the call non-existence function. So I'm not entirely sure. Let's go back. This whole rocket launch thing is tripping me out. Not sure what I want to try next. Because Naomi is pretty straightforward. I could use MAME. Like for instance, let's take a break from this. Let me clear my head for a second. Let me go back to let me get Naomi going just to feel like I accomplished something this stream, and we can try Xbox later, now that it's looking a little bit more complicated. So let's see if this is straightforward. This is asking for the mule. Yeah, light gun. Oh, this is like really in depth with the system itself. And this could totally be the way to go about it. But I mean, we could try it. It doesn't hurt. It's using Demule, and this BBB guy is pretty proficient. And these are all modules that are not specific to rocket launch, and I'm starting to realize that rocket launch does work in its simplest form when it's calling functions for other scripts that I don't know about, and we're kind of shit out of luck. But let's make a copy of that. Oops. Naomi, settings. Shit, we already have settings. Emula, no. Modules, no. Databases. We already have a database, so that works out. And then main menu. Oops. Fuck, Internet Explorer. Nope. Don't want that either. Getting sloppy. It's late at night. For me, anyway. Fuck you. I hate when it does that. Okay. So we will... oh, we already have it. Where the fuck is it? Oh, we already have it. Okay, so here's the game list. So we're not gonna do MAME. We're gonna try Demule. I know for a fact I can get it in MAME in a second. Oops, I wanted that. Sega, this one, Demule. So we'll go to our settings. Sega Naomi. Edit. Path is going to be not that. MAME. This fucking large ass folder. Oh, because it's still looking for meme.exe. Demule. .exe. $18 wheels. Really? Can't? One of them is 18-wheeler. Well, here's this loading screen that it was promising me, which I don't really understand why. So it started to mule, but underneath everything it looks like... unless this is it. This might be it. Alright, let me go to full screen. Fuck. Hold on. I must have clicked on it too soon. Oops. Why is it starting now? There's the loading screen. I hear the BIOS, but I don't see it. Yeah, it's not showing up. It's there. It's right here. But it's for some reason not on the it's not it's not putting it above anything else. So already the auto hotkey is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I don't even want that loading screen. Yeah, fuck. Anyway, so let's close that. Don't know how long I had it on just the TV, so that must have been fucking worthless for not being able to follow along. But let's just put it to MAME and call it a night. I'm bushed. I'm fucking Jeb bushed. So hypothetically, if I'm right, it should be a hop, skip, and a jump. Changing this over to back to MAME. .exe. And exe, and I gotta change this. No, well, I guess I'm here now. Modules, and Sega, Naomi, old. Huh. It does not see the change. Oops, I didn't mean to quit. Huh, well now it's not doing jack shit. Alright, let's see that auto hotkey is not hyper launch. Close that. MAME isn't running. OpenGL. Loading MAME. Oh, so it must be. Let me go to the settings of MAME. Arcade. Settings. That there. And MAME UI 64 instead. Make sure that auto hotkey isn't running. I mean hyper launch. So for some reason I can't find any of those. Why it needs it, I'm not sure. Sega. Rose. Oops. I gotta stop doing that every time I gotta scratch my face. That's probably super loud, I'm sorry. MAME. Under 18. Two two 164. 22164. So this must not be the right one. So they're both so that's the right one, but it's not. Huh. Wheeler. I don't understand it. Fucking 22 185 18. Oh, it's not there. Oh, that's EAP. Yeah, it's right there. 5A. So no, it's not there. Me and Abram, Wheeler, Abram bin. Don't say anything about that. Oh, it's saying that it tried in all of those things. I don't see anything about this bin file. Huh. I thought this would be a shoe-in. Well, there's no one left in the stream, so I'm gonna run. And run far away. Nobody's watching anyway. Because I am tired. And I think that is enough for me. Anyone still here, even though it says that they're not? Enjoy the night. I'm going to bed. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye, caffeine.